Previously on Oh Look.
Now that I'm 2 for 2 in establishing my dominance over Ivan, it's time for me to finally wrap up this series by finally playing shit.
And now, the conclusion.
I'm not doing it.
So you're a company that wants to make some money, right? Just take a bunch of iconic cartoon characters, put them in a kart racer, boom! That shouldn't be too hard to f*** up, right? Let's just jump to it. The first thing that I'm noticing is the character roster. What the f*** is this? There are only 12 characters and a third of them are Ninja Turtles. Such a lack of representation as we only got characters from SpongeBob, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, and the Ninja Turtles. Like Mario Kart, you choose a Grand Prix, race the 4 races, aiming to get first place using items and any other dirty tactics. A cool thing I'll give this game is the concept of slime. See, you'd think a gooey substance on a track would be a hazard, but considering that slime is a staple of Nickelodeon, it's actually a benefactor here. Running over slime fills this gauge up and you can use it for a boost. Another neat thing is that there are character exclusive items, which is what made Double Dash great, but sadly that's all the nice things I have left to say about the game. One complaint I have is these corner speech bubbles the characters have. It pointed out another flaw this game has, the fact that there's no actual voice acting. You have a game filled with characters who have iconic voices and quotes and they are solely relegated to just speech bubbles. Now there are points in a race where you'll be racing in a lake of slime. Now at first it seems like a cool way to ramp up the chaos with a constant filling gauge, but it got old real quick with my eyes just becoming tired of all the green on the screen. Now if you think my complaining about the roster earlier is silly, then you need to understand what the impact here is. 4 shows meant that we only really got 4 different types of themed racetracks: underwater, school, toys, and streets. If the game included other shows like Dandy Phantom, Fairy Odd Parents, and Jimmy Neutron, not only will it reduce the percentage of turtles in my roster, but we'd also get interesting courses like the Ghost Zone, Fairy World, Retroland. That would have been cool. But instead what we are left with here is a mess of a game with nothing graphics, disturbing character models, a lack of content with subpar gameplay that not even multiplayer could salvage. It was when I was racing in a slime lake in a school hallway for the 5th time that I asked myself,
How did I get here?
how did I find myself with this game? And then I remembered, oh right, I found this piece of shit while looking for something else. So you're a company that wants to make some money, right? Just take a bunch of iconic cartoon characters, put them in a battle arena, boom! That shouldn't be too hard to f*** up, right?
I'm sensing a pattern.
This game garnered a lot of attention and hype until the day came that it was released and suddenly it vanished into the darkness. Let's look at the roster. From first glance it looks a lot better than f***ing Kart Racer, but there are some really cool inclusions here. Cat Dog, Invader Zim, Danny Phantom, Nigel Thornberry, the Avatar Gang. The one that shocked me the most was the inclusion of Ren and Stimpy. God, this show is gross. I remember waking up in the middle of the night to find my dad watching it. Now, despite the appraisal I'm giving it, it still has some egregious omissions. Now, I'm not saying every cartoon character needs to be in this game. I loved watching As Told by Ginger, but I'm not losing any sleep over Dottie not being in here. But there are some obvious candidates left out here, like once again Jimmy Neutron, once again Timmy Turner, XJ9, George Lopez, to name a few. But the roster is decent enough to bring us a delightful number of different stages, and gosh, playing on these have actually been a lot of fun. I forgot what it's like to play a party fighting game on insane stages. Smash Ultimate has just got me so used to playing on flat competitive Omega stages that I forgot how much better wacky stages can be. So what was the problem here? This game seems like it's a lot of fun to play. But that's where the problem lies, actually playing it. It's the controls that are a bucket of piss. I knew I was going to have a hard time managing the controls the second I saw that to jump I had to press a button rather than flick the stick up. Here's the Smash Bros caused my brain to have an unhandled acceptance. Are they so scared that if they borrow the controls that people are just gonna go,
Wait a minute. This is Smash Brothers.
nah, people know what this is and wouldn't mind a party fighting game not tied to Nintendo characters but would still like the control scheme of one. But besides that, the jump button isn't the only thing that's a bit uncomfortable. The controls themselves are a bit clunky as well. And I've played Guitar Hero on a Wii remote, I have credibility to say that. Now there seems to be a solution, as at the character select screen you can change your controls, which is pretty useful, but it gets soiled by the fact that you can't save the control settings. I looked all over the menu, I haven't been able to locate the setting to create a name profile with a controller preset. So that means every time you start playing this game you'll have to first set your controls. It seems so odd they included button mapping but haven't included a convenient way to save it. But as I continue to play I'm noticing similar problems to Kart Racers. No voiceovers again and a lack of gameplay options. There's a classic mode but it's just a bunch of fights with no unique boss fight at the end and no unlockables to make it worth it. And honestly, yeah, I see the disappointment and lack of replay value. GameMill's managed to make 2 throwaway Nickelodeon games. It's a shame because I really believe that these games had potential to be great. Kart Racers has no hope as a sequel is released, and whether it improved at all will remain a mystery to me because I'm not shilling out any more money to something that's just going to be the same thing. Unrelated, I own Doom 3 9 times. But with All-Star Brawl, this game is still new enough to be hopeful that the game will have a massive update coming to fix the issues with it and truly become something great. I really hope GameMill didn't just throw this game to the public saying, "Here you go," and walk away. In the meantime, these things are only good for as door stoppers.
And not even then.